So what we're going to try and do today is sort of explore Dunster and try and use these early maps. We've got the tide map of the early 19th century showing it before all the modern houses and so on were implanted around it. So we can see a little glimpse of what Dunster used to be like from here. This is where we're standing here at the end of the marketplace. Properties down either side of it, plots out the back. This is a classic piece of Norman town planning. It's about economy, it's about domination. It's all about gathering rents, gathering money for the Lord. He's up in the castle up there, literally overlording it down the high street. If you come around this corner, straight away you can feel yourself being drawn and dominated by that castle. So this is quite clear. Nice long high street, classic piece of Norman planning. But actually this is very different. It's very sort of organic and twisty. And I think that's where we need to start exploring and actually go on a journey down these roads and have a look at this unit down here, which also looks like burgage plots, these long plots with properties along the front, going down to where the bridge is. So actually you need to go on a bit of a journey through the town. So this is one of the few buildings we know something about, isn't it?
Yeah, it even goes back to the early times back where the Benedictine monks were here, where there was dissension with the villagers and the families at the time. That on the east side you had the Benedictine monks who had their altar there, on the west side you had the parishioners who had their altar there, and in between the high rood screen, which is one of the best in the West Country.
Well, I haven't actually been in there. You've been had a look, have you?
Very, very much worth visiting.
Right. Very
detailed, very ornate, and when you see the size of it you realise that it was a power statement.
Yeah. Oh, it still is actually, that big central tower with just gives it such a sort of prominence in this village, doesn't it? I mean, It's one of the few things where, I mean, we know the church was established by 1090, so Benedictine priory mentioned certainly by the early 12th century. So we've got some fixture here. And if we're looking for a cloister and other buildings associated with it, we'd either be looking on the north side of this or the south side. We know there's a settlement here at Doomsday. We don't know the exact scale of it, but from Doomsday, as far as I understand, it's a relatively populated area, this settlement here at Torre. So I think this is kind of the core of the early settlement. That's at the moment preliminary thoughts.
Yes.
Here or down here by the bridge. So I suggest we go and have a look at this and then sort of wander down here, because again we've got the suggestion of what look possibly like more burgage plots down there.